Galvin in 1897, but there was no interleague play back then.
Hit to deep left. Way back. Schumacher can't make the play. Is it gone? It is. No, it's not. Coghlan on his way to third. He'll go head first, and
I think a fan reached over on that one.
There may be a boundary replay here, and that is not something the manager has to challenge. And in fact, I already saw Manny Gonzalez make the motion. I think they're going to take another look at it.
Yeah, I think you have to.
That could have been a home run. We're not sure yet. Let's see. Oof. Well, at the very least, it's 3.
Yeah, I think. I can't really tell. It looks like oof. Boy, that's really tough to tell.
Forsyth replay review. The umpire still.
They might have a cleaner look than we do.
Discussing. It's right on the top.
Right, then it hit the fan's arm.
Boy, Brian Price coming out first. They're not going to go to the.
It should be a home run. That ball would have left the park.
Review.
That ball would have left the ballpark. I think it hit top of the wall, then hit the fan's arm, and back into play.
Now, what could Brian Price be arguing? That it's 2?
He's arguing double.
Yeah, I think after this conversation ends, Joe's going to go over and ask them to look at it in New York, and I think you're right. I think it's going to be a home run. Now, with fan interference, it's not like a ground rule double. Runner at first and a ground rule double has to stop at third, but here they place the runner where they think he would have been, and Coghlan didn't stop, which is the right thing. He just kept running. Right. And he ended up at third. So why would you place him at second if you're the umpires? Schumacher kind of gave up on it there momentarily. I'm with you. I think it's a home run.
Yeah, I'm surprised they had the long conversation before looking at it. Why not just go ahead and take a look at it?
Right.
Satisfy all parties. Say, we're going to take a look at it. We're going to determine exactly what happened, and then we'll decide where he ends up. But Coghlan, who's shown good power the other way all year long, he had deep drive to left for a double last night.
So Joe never had to have a conversation with Field and Culbreth.
Chris was pressing his case as he was diving into third base. He's hit 8 home runs this year. He's been stuck on that number since June 10th. Yeah, this is where your idea to have the umpire mic'd with an explanation right after the play so everybody could hear would really be valuable. You know, here's what we've determined. Here's why.
That's a home run. Somewhat ironically, I guess, after a long chat with the other manager, they go and look at the replay in New York. So it's almost as if Brian Price, by arguing, although I think Joe is going to make sure they look at it. Instead of a double, it'll be, I think, a home run.
And that look was a little different. I thought initially that the first bounce was off the wall, then off the fan. It looked like it hit his arm first. But I think his arm was on top of the wall, not leaning over in front of it. They should just put a basket out there.
Touche.
See, if it hits the face of the wall at the top, there's a chance it stays in play. If it hits the top of the wall,
it's going out.
Yeah.
So it is a crew chief review. So if the guy had simply caught it, they call it a home run, and then we do this and try to figure out would it have left.
Whether he leaned in or not.
But he dropped it, which added even more confusion. Don't blame the fan for reaching for it. Some people get on fans for doing that. The natural reaction is there's a fly ball coming right at me. I'm going to catch it. I suppose New York could just call that guy, find his cell phone number. Hey,
where were you?
Tie ball game.
Well, here comes Brian Price again, looking for an explanation.
This is what I don't like, and he's going to do what he can here. But once they look at it in New York, there's no other discussion.
Yeah, and I don't think this is an argument. I think he just wants an explanation.
Brian might have said, hey, as we look at our Ford home run replay, I was hoping it was a double, not a home run. So, I didn't ask you to review if it was a homer. So what could he be arguing here?
I don't know. He might be saying, what is the basis for the decision that this is a home run? He might be trying to press the case
because they looked at it.
We reviewed it. Right. That's. I'm with you.
And this is kind of been about a 6 or 7 minute delay. Let's move on.
Yeah, while his pitcher stands out there, although he may be making a pitching change after all this anyway. Yeah, no, if I'm fielding Colbert at some point, I'd say, look, we reviewed it.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. Discussion over, Brian. I'm sorry, but we're moving on here.
Well, that's a first. Guy standing on third base. The other team's manager comes out. Joe never did come out, and it turns it from a triple into a home run. That worked out well for the Cubs.
Yeah, just